Number 2 almost underway here. A brief break between games, maybe about 15 minutes or so, as Webster will take the field as the home team. This time we're still getting our lineup set and our book made, so I'll get to I will get to the starting lineups and all that jazz in a moment. Some changes to report, to be sure. Looks like Ronald might be the pitcher for Webster. But Dad is using the phone at the moment, so I don't have the picture of the starting or the lineups yet. But we will get to that in just a second. Grantsburg winning game number 1, 4-0. And I'm going to try to find the softball game as well, so we can watch that. Hopefully my last game, the heat got to me. The heat got to my computer and it shut down. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. Still quite warm out, that is to be sure. But hopefully she can handle it. I've got a little bit more airflow underneath it, so hopefully that'll take care of things. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, I do have the softball game up, so why don't we take a look at that, and you can listen to Goob and Stacy. Let's see, is it going to work? No, I've got to find the right thing. Is this it? Yeah, there we go. And let's fire that up. Boom. Okay, we're back to this then, huh?
Well, there's a reason why the birthday boy is not behind the plate.
Foul balls. Hanging in there.
So there you go. Second game of the doubleheader just about to begin. Riker Stelsel will start things off. And I got to get this down real quick. Here we go. All right, the game's about to start. It'll be Stelsel, Lozier, Anderson. It's Jacob Fernengo on the hill. And he starts out with ball 1. Fouled away, strike 1. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was looking down. I saw the umpire put his hands up. It's Riker getting beamed once again. Excuse me, I wasn't watching in time. So Riker has been hit twice to lead off the game. Both games. He gets a free pass to first via getting schmucked. Fernengo pitches. That one's high and inside. He's got some heat, but that one was in the danger zone for Dane Lozier. It'll be Dane Lozier, then Ryder Anderson will bat third. And here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. So for Grantsburg, it'll be Stelsel, Lozier, Anderson, then Bonneville, Levi Anderson, Lewis Anderson, Handy Jensen, and Caden Matheny dropping to 9th. Caleb Brombach out of the plans for game number 2. Pitched really well in the first game, and now gives way to a couple other guys who are waiting their turn. Runner goes. Ball is hit. Good hit and run. Hit behind the runner. Riker slowed down. Maybe a play at third. The throw over to third. He is safe at third. Gets around the tag, but Dane Lozier rolls his way into second base. Riker tried to find the ball, which was hit behind him. Didn't want to get caught in the line drive, but at that point, there's just nothing you can do. Just run, baby, run. So quickly, Grantsburg with something going, a hit batter and a hit ball, and the Pirates have runners on second and third with nobody out. That one's high and tight. Third batter in a row having to get out of the way. Only 2 of them did so successfully. Nobody holding on third. Here's the pitch. That's high. Ball 2. So Fernengo off to a tough start. And the pitch. Swinging a foul. Got what he was looking for, just didn't make contact, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Ronald Hatch is back behind the plate. He is the catcher. He was the catcher in game 1, did a phenomenal job. Threw a couple guys out, blocked a bunch of balls, otherwise the score might have gotten away from Webster. Here's the 2-1. It's way high. 3 balls and a strike here to Ryder Anderson with Brock Bonneville up next. And that's way high as well. So the bases are loaded, nobody out. And Bonneville will come to the plate. Much different start to this one than it was to the last one. And we're going to have an early timeout. Coach Ganger coming out. Just kind of talk things over with Fernango and the crew. Not where they wanted to. It was a good game, that first game. It was 4-0. Grantsburg won. They tacked on an insurance run in the 6th. That third inning, they scored 3. 2 of them came on a throwing error. Actually, it was a compound error. The pickoff throw went in center field. Should have been handled in center field, but it got by him too. So the first error scored the runner from third. The second error scored the runner from second, basically. Webster in some trouble here early on. Nobody out with the bases loaded. Grantsburg is the visiting team, Webster the home team. It was reversed for the first game. So that's a little, that's always a little tricky, but you can see it in the scoreboard. The top team's always the visiting team. Or almost always. Sometimes our guys make mistakes, but here's the pitch. Ball 4 at the knees, and that wasn't ball 4. That was strike 1. That was the first pitch to Bonneville, excuse me. Bases full of Pirates. Here's the pitch. That one is, that one was low and away, called a strike. We're talking about how nice of a job he did in that first game. That one may be a little bit debatable, but that one's high. No debate about that one. But he's back there. He sees it. He does a good job, like I said. Talked to him between games. Seems like a good guy. That one was a swing and a miss. So strike 3. Bonneville had to kind of go chasing out of what he thought was the zone.
Now batting number 21, Levi Anderson.
He kind of storms back into the dugout, not happy with how that went down. With the bases loaded, nobody out, he comes up empty, and I think he thought he got robbed of a pitch there. Still, bases loaded, 1 out. This is going to be a sack. This is going to be a squeeze. Works perfectly. Can get the run at first. No, it goes on down the sideline. And Levi's going to take off to second. That's going to score 2. That's going to score 3 runs. There might be a token play at the plate. The throw down to first is wild. And Levi Anderson with the bases loaded squeeze. It had to be a perfect bunt, and a perfect job taking off from third base was Riker Stelsel. And then the throw was rushed and wild and out down the right field line along the fence line here, allowing runner from first to score as well. So 3 runs come in, and the Pirates lead 3-0 here. There's a runner on second as Lewis Anderson takes ball 1. Hot start here for Grantsburg to start this one. Top of the first inning, 3 runs have come across, 1 out. That one's high. That was pitch number 17 now for Fernango. And he's going to call a timeout. What's he doing? I think he's noticed something with Ronald, who's kind of doing some contortions here. Is he trying to stretch something out here? Yeah, he might be in a little bit of pain here. But as catchers do, he's just like, just pitch, we'll play, we'll go through it, we'll get through it. Catchers are a different breed, man. Here's the 1-0. Curve just inside. 3 balls and no strikes, 3-0 to Anderson. First base is open. He's got the take sign almost certainly. I didn't actually look. And he takes ball 4. 4-pitch walk. So troubles continue here for the Tigers in the top of the first. Adam, is that Adam Handy?
24, Adam Henry.
So Adam Handy getting a at bat here. High and tight. Runners on first and second, and a timeout called by Hatch. He's going to come out and talk to Fernango, who's been really scuffling here. 1 out. He's 20 pitches deep. It's 3-0. Grantsburg runners on first and second, and this is the number 7 batter for Grantsburg. And looks like they're going to get a couple guys off the bench, warm them up down in the bullpen. That's no good. I think it's Connor Hazley down there, maybe going to get warmed up. Or maybe he's catching. We'll get a read on that in a sec. Handy bats. Norman Jensen and then Caden Matheny next. That one's inside. 2-0. Nice lead for Lewis Anderson at first, as well as his cousin Levi on second. Here's the pitch. Up the middle, could be 2. Throw to second for 1, back to first, not in time. It gets by the first baseman, and running and scoring is Handy from second to third, that's Levi Anderson, and then Handy goes to second. Great base running by the Pirates. They've scored another, and on what could have been a double play, Grantsburg scores another run.
Now batting number 34, Norman Jensen.
And there's just the 1 out, so they'll trade an out for a run, but they get the runner to second base as well. So Grantsburg will take that trade. They lead 4-0. Which is the score they won by. That one gets by Ronnie. That one bounced in front of the plate, so Adam Handy will go to third now. So I have bottom of the first on the scoreboard. That's wrong. It's the top of the first, but I'll get that all fixed in a second between innings here. Fernango trying to get out of this one with no more damage done. A runner on third. That one's high. Why don't I just try to clean it up after this pitch? We'll see. And the pitch, swinging a foul. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. There we go. Easy peasy. And inside. 3-1. Runner at third. There we go. Fernango trying to come up with something here. Runner's going to go home on a missed pitch, and things just not going well at all as the runner comes across on the walk. Dropped pitch from Ronnie, and something may be bothering him physically down there. That's a couple this inning that we didn't see at all in the first game, but now Grantsburg leads 5-0 here in the top of the first inning. Norman Jensen on first, and that brings up Caden Matheny, the 9th batter to come to the plate for Grantsburg. He takes strike 1. Popped up foul, and it is going to get out of play. No, it's not. It landed in play. Yeah, he's definitely hurt. Ronnie Hatch is a heck of an athlete. I think he's just gritting things out. That's tough because there's a long game ahead. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, but Ronnie misses it. The throw down to first is in time. Good job by Hatch to go collect that one and get the out. Caden hustling down the line, but couldn't quite get there. 9 batters come to the plate for Grantsburg. 5 of them come across the plate once again. 30 pitches for Webster in that first inning. Grantsburg comes up big. 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the first, and you're watching it here on We Are Grantsburg. And then out at second on 1-4. Hunky dunky. Grantsburg up 5-0 at the end of the first the end of their half of the first inning. All right, let's see what's going on in the softball game as I continue to.
Presley bat do this game?
No, Sam. Once.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. St. John's going to make the catch there.
Ooh.
Like I said, those poor girls are staring into the sun when they look up. All right, that brings up Graceland.
Yeah.
She got on last time. She have a single or
She had a single.
Single. And then I know she got out at second there on a fielder's choice.
Heads up. Strike 1. Now it's kind of cooled down a little bit.
Well, it's all Pirates on both fields. As you can see, 20-0 over on the softball game. And Webster coming to the plate for the first time, fouled off. It's Caden Matheny as the starting pitcher here in game number 2. He's given a 5-run cushion to get things started. Schwanneman will lead off for Webster. He's down 0-1. That one misses way high. Schwanneman, Fernando, Hatch, just like it was in game number 1. Then it's Gutting is DHing. And then Sears and Connor. Then Matson and Ludke knew this game will bat 7th and 8th. And then Miller will play shortstop and bat 9th. So here we go. 2 balls and a strike. That's grounded this way, but it'll be foul. Lewis Anderson playing first has to come and get it. See if he acknowledges our existence. He does! Thanks, Lewis. Hi, Mom. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, a little bit of an expanded zone here as the Pirates get the first out of the bottom of the inning. Strikeout number 1 for Caden Matheny. Jacob Fernando now bats. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul, straight back, good swing. Nothing in 1. Hopefully Ronnie Hatch is all right. We'll see if he comes out for the second inning. He's on deck. His pants are infield brown. That one is a high-hanging curveball. Swinging a foul, strike 2. Everybody else's pants are pretty white, but Ronnie's had a couple of head-first dives on the base paths today, that first game. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a drive towards center, but Dane Lozier is there, and he makes the catch. The young man will be graduating on Friday. And there's 2 down.
Next batter is number 3, Ronald Hatch.
Ronald Hatch will bat now with 2 away. And the pitch, slow, high pop-up, shortstop. Levi Anderson is there, and he makes the catch with his cleats on the dirt. And it's a pretty efficient inning, 9 pitches, 3 outs for the Grantsburg Pirates. And the Pirates lead after one, 5-0. You're watching it here on We Are Grantsburg.
Do you have difficulty sleeping, severe sore throats, or constant snoring? It may be time for you to visit Burnett Medical Center's ear, nose, and throat specialist, Dr. Frojmovich. He works with adults and children to diagnose and treat various conditions of the ear, nose, throat, and related structures of the head and neck. Conditions range from reoccurring ear infections to difficulty breathing and sleeping. Sign up for a better tomorrow with a treatment plan that works for you and your health.
Watch me, nay, nay. Isn't there a song with that in there? Is it? Well, it should be.
Oh.
Nice job.
All right, well, that one going Grantsburg's way as well, 21-0, as they try to take care of the doubleheader. What just happened? Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Such a noob. There we go. We head to the top of the second inning. Again, Grantsburg is the visitors here in the second game with the doubleheader. Fernando out there for his second inning of work as well. A little bit of a delay as Ronnie was the last out of the inning, so he is back there behind the plate. Hopefully he's okay. Grantsburg scheduled to play at Siren on Thursday. Webster scheduled to host Turtle Lake Clayton on Thursday. Forecast doesn't look too good, but we know that can change at a moment's notice. That one's in the dirt, ball 1. Fernando taking a deep breath as he gets ready to go out of the windup, and here he comes, the 1-0. Grounder, kind of fisted towards third. Going to be a tough play. The throw to first is on time and on target. Sorry, I moved the camera, but you got enough of it. And there's one away.
Now batting number 8, Dane Lozier.
That'll bring up Dane Lozier, the senior. Ball 1. That one's lifted to center field. Should be a pretty routine play, and it is. Hunter Sears out in center field. Ryder Anderson, strike 1. Fernando really settling in here. He's got 2 down. Only 4 or 5 pitches in. A ground ball and a fly out. Much better for him, and that's another strike. Really settling in. He had 30 pitches in the first inning. He's only got 6 here in the second. That's kind of just reached at, and it's going to go foul. Levi or Ryder really hustling down the line, but it's a foul ball. Count remains 0-2. That one's fouled away. So Ryder Anderson staying alive, 0-2 count, couple foul balls. That one's nubbed this way. Brian Vilstrup says, I ain't gonna try for that one. He's got kids to think about. Ball is retrieved, and we're about ready to get back at it. 0-2, although Ryder's, I think this is his 6th pitch seen. Ferningo winds and deals inside. Ball 1. Quickly. Strike 3, got him looking, got him ducking out of there, and he was able to get a nice view of it as it crossed the plate for a strike. What a difference an inning makes. The first inning, 5 runs come across for Grantsburg. Second inning, nothing. 30 pitches in the first inning. Second inning, just 11. Good job by Jacob Fernengo to settle in and get out of the inning. So after 1.5, it's still Grantsburg 5, Webster 0. You're watching it here on We Are Grantsburg.
Physical Therapy and Balance Center offers professional staff that work and live in the community. With state-of-the-art technology, we help you regain confidence and independence. We are a physical therapy facility that also offers many other recovery services, including fall prevention, balance training, and dizziness disorder treatment. You have a choice in your physical therapy. Call us today so that we can help you love your life. Spelled differently because we are different.
And welcome back to Grantsburg. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Justice Gutting, Hunter Sears, and Croy Connor. 4, 5, 6 batters in the Webster lineup. Is it 3, 4? What'd you say? 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Caden Matheny had an efficient first inning, threw a lot of strikes and got out of it pretty quickly. No runners got to first. What are you laughing at? Yeah. Oh. So here we go, Gutting to lead it off. That one bounces, and it's ball 1. Always takes an inning or two to get used to the home team being the normal visitors. Here's the pitch. That sails. That's a lot of what was happening to Rombach in the first game. Was way out of the zone there. That's not Riker behind the plate. I think that's Henry Quintana behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Called ball. No appeal to first. That might be something that Riker would have known to ask for. Oh, he did call it a strike? Oh, okay. He did call it a strike. All right. So now that with that foul ball, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, here we go. 2-2, nobody out here as Gutting takes ball 3. Tough one to take there with 2 strikes, but he does, and it's just a bit high. Full count now. And swing and a miss, and Henry holds on to strike 3.
Next batter is number 8, Hunter Sears.
So a lot of guys getting some opportunities here in game number 2. Grantsburg with a comfortable 5-0 lead in the second inning. Some guys, I wouldn't say anybody's playing out of position or anything, but usually you would see Caleb at short, you'd have Riker at catcher. I think the outfield's the same. That one's lifted to right center, and Brock Bonneville tracks it and records the out. Be cool if we had multi-cameras, but you know, we just have the one.
Troy Connor.
Big cut. This is Croy Connor. The pitch fouled away, strike 2. Interesting, the old athletic director for Webster is now over in Grantsburg. He's actually helping coach baseball, Scott Hafes, one of the new additions to the baseball coaching staff, so has to be a weird feeling going against his old mates. And there's another strikeout for Caden Matheny. Good job by Henry Quintana to hold on to strike 3 as well. And that's going to do it for Webster. 3 up and 3 down. 20 pitches only for Caden Matheny. He's doing well. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Grantsburg leads 5-0. You're watching it here on We Are Grantsburg.
At Burnett Medical Center, we celebrate all walks of life. From our very first steps to our sprinting strides, from on-the-job site to afterlife retirement. At BMC, we embrace every pair of feet that walks through our doors. Our comprehensive care knows no bounds. It's for the newborns, the professionals, the adventurers, and those who've traveled many miles. We're here to support you. Your journey is unique, and so is our approach to your well-being. Step into BMC, where comprehensive healthcare meets compassion. Burnett Medical Center, providing healthcare for all walks of life.
All right, just trying to get some stuff done here. Let's see if we can pop this out. Yeah, you guys haven't been a chatty bunch, but that's okay. I get it. It's probably have this on in the background, enjoying this beautiful weather. Hopefully you're outside now. You're done with work. Able to enjoy a little Pirate Tiger baseball. The softball game is over. Grantsburg was up real big. And it'll be Brock Bonneville to bat. Brock struck out swinging in the first inning. Here he takes ball 1 to start it off. JV game going on right now. Looks like it's either Siren or Osceola over. I think it's Siren has come up for the game. Ground ball, scuffling, throw to first. Great job out at first base. That was a nice job by Norman Ludke, who charged the ball. It kind of came free. He stuck with it, kept it in front of him, made a nice, accurate, strong, quick throw over to first. And there's one away. Dad noticed Bonneville had a little hitch in his giddy up as he went back to the dugout. Hopefully he's okay. Ball inside. One ball, no strikes, one out. Inside as well. This is Levi Anderson, then Lewis Anderson will bat. Second time through the lineup. Grantsburg got a big first inning. 5 runs came across, and they went 1, 2, 3 in the top of the second. Did a lot of damage in that first inning, and now Anderson has a 3-0, and that's a strike. Oh, why is this happening? I don't know how I got Webster. There we go. Here we go. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's ripped towards the gap in right center, and that's going to get by him. Heading for 2 is Levi Anderson. Trouble picking it up. He might go for 3. The cutoff is dropped, and Levi will be into third, standing up. And the ball gets by. Good backing up by the pitcher, Fernango. Otherwise, that might have been Levi scoring on that hit. That's a stand-up triple. I would give him a triple on that. Might have been sliding had the ball been picked up cleanly, but I would say on the cutoff there, it was a little bit bobbled, but I think he was still going to be safe at third. What do you think? Triple. Dad says it was a triple. Now Lewis Anderson takes strike 1. 1 out here and a runner on third. Let's see if they'll try to squeeze this in. They did it a couple times, once with the bases loaded, which is always gutsy. Here's the pitch. No squeeze. High. Good thing they didn't call a squeeze on that one. That would have been tough to get down. But Pete Johnson and the squeeze are tied at the hip. That's a good pitch, a little looping curveball. Lewis gives a little nod of approval to the umpire. Yep, you got that one right. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. What are we doing? A little samurai sword there, stays alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was defensive. That was like a whole horde of hornets was coming after him. He was just swinging for his life on that one. Here's the 1-2 again. That one's low away. Wow, great stop, Ronald. He has to dive off to his right. We know something's bothering him physically, but he saves a run there. That's my favorite kind of baseball player. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. A runner on third, infield in at the corners. Jeez, Lewis. Not exactly the how-to video on that one, but he's going to have another chance at it. I'm sure he wishes he would have had another crack at that one. So Adam Handy will bat now with 2 outs and a runner on third. Inside. Handy holds off. Good take from Adam Handy, a little bit high there, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Again, a runner on third base. That was a triple from Levi Anderson with 1 out. Can they get him across? Adam fouls it away. Strike 1. Oh. That one is towards third, picked up nicely, throw to first in time, and Grantsburg is set down. They get a runner to third base, but can't bring him home. And at the end of 2.5, Grantsburg still leads 5-0. You're watching it here on We Are Grantsburg.
Physical Therapy and Balance Center offers professional staff that work and live in the community. With state-of-the-art technology, we help you regain confidence and independence. We are a physical therapy facility that also offers many other recovery services, including fall prevention, balance training, and dizziness disorder treatment. You have a choice in your physical therapy. Call us today so that we can help you love your life. Spelled differently because we are different.
All right, welcome back, everyone. The softball team and fans are coming over. They're done. We're only through 2.5 here. They were done after we were done with 1, it seemed like. Pirates put on a display in game number 2 against the Storm. I think last we checked it was 21-0. In the first game, I was just talking to my brother Nick. He found out Abby cranked a home run. I don't know anything about how all the other girls did, but my niece got a homer. That's pretty cool. So we're all settling in to watch the rest of this baseball game. Grantsburg got off to a huge start, a 5-run first inning. My dad just sometimes randomly laughs. I've got these big earmuffs on. I have no idea what the joke was. I think Uncle Nick was harassing Caleb. You can see him popping into the screen there.
Leading off for Webster, number 21, Justice Gatting.
So Gatting will bat, followed by Hunter Sears and Croy Connor. That one is ball 1. That can't be right, is it? It's Madsen. Madsen Ludke Miller, I misheard. He puts the ball in play, and it gets by in center field. Dane is chasing that down. Ludke not the swiftest. He comes into second standing up. Gave it everything he got. Boy, he really crushed that thing. Nice solid hit. And a leadoff double. Wow.
Next batter is number 17, Norman Ludke.
I don't think it's Ludke next. Is it? Yeah, it's Madsen, then Ludke. Ludke, then Miller. Strike 1. You got Caden out there just throwing a lot of strikes, and once in a while they're going to catch up with one, but you got to be happy if you're Pete Johnson with the amount of strikes that Caden is throwing. That was just the first base runner for the Tigers today, or this game. Had plenty in the first game. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. So that was Madsen with the double, not Ludke. I think I misspoke earlier, but Madsen on second. Here's the pitch. A little slow curve, just missing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a nice looking pitch. And the 2-2. Same thing, fouled off this time. Swing and a miss, some high cheese. And Caden strikes another one out. That's 4 strikeouts for Caden Matheny. And that's 1 away here with a runner on second base as we continue to move along here in this one. It's the bottom of the 3rd inning. Webster the home team in the second game of the doubleheader. Ball 1. Henry faked the throw down. No. Closest person to the base was Madsen for Webster. This is Miller. Here's the pitch. Looked like Caden tried to quick pitch that one and sort of short-armed it. 2 balls, no strikes. Three-0. To the number 9 batter. Schweineman on deck, and strike 1. 5 runs in the top of the first for Grantsburg, and that's where we are here in the bottom of the third. Swinging a ground ball, shortstop, Anderson, over to Anderson for the out, and keeps the runner there. 6-3 scoring play, and there's 2 away.
Next batter's number 5, Kenny Schwendeman.
That brings up the leadoff batter, Kenny Schwendeman. Kenny struck out looking to start the game for Webster. Takes ball 1 high. Swings through that one, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Caden working pretty quickly here. Started off behind and now finds himself up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Whew. High and inside. Madsen with a leadoff double. He's still there. 2 outs have happened between that and this. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Henry holds on to the foul tip. And that will do it for the Tigers. Like I said, they got the leadoff batter on with the double. But that was it. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base at the end of 3. It's Grantsburg 5, Webster 0.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a 4-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
You're just sitting here enjoying the beautiful evening as we head to the top of the 4th. It's going to be Jensen, Matheny, and then Stelsel at the top of the order, but I think Henry Quintana may be batting for Stelsel. Fernengo, who struggled in the first inning, 30 pitches, has only pitched 28 pitches in the 2 subsequent innings, following innings. And Ronnie Hatch really gutting things out. He had to do some stretching in the middle of the first inning. Seems to have maybe righted whatever was wrong. Doing a good job behind the plate. And a good throw down to second. So Norman Jensen will lead things off here for the Grantsburg Pirates. He walked and was stranded at first base in that first inning. All 9 guys came to the plate. And he takes it on the cheek and heads down to first base. Norman Jensen. No official at-bats in the game, but he's been to first twice. See if Grantsburg spins him up here. Caden Matheny, generally way higher in the order. I think just Pete wanted to give some guys some chances higher in the order, and Caden drops down to number 9 batter. Takes ball 1. And takes ball 2. One was high, one was low. Grantsburg trying to add to their lead here in the top of the 4th. At first, it looked like this was going to be Grantsburg going away, foul ball, strike 2. And it's still, I mean, 5-0 lead is nothing to sneeze at here, but they've been held in check the 2nd and the 3rd, but with a leadoff walk, or actually leadoff hit by pitch in business. Strike. Just a backdoor curveball, got him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Way out in front of that curveball, and Caden is down on strikes. That's the 2nd time Caden has struck out swinging. That brings up Henry Quintana, his first at bat of the game with 1 away. Norman Jensen at first. Back to first. Norman a little late on the reaction time there, but he does dive back safely. Much shorter lead this time for Norman. Fernango delivers. Low and away. Ronnie goes backhand, gets the snag. Henry batted in the first game. I can't remember how he did, but he's a good hitter. See if he can come up with something here. Swinging a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. When he makes contact, she pops off the bat. Grounder, might be 2 to the third baseman. To second, short hops, he takes his foot off the bag. Safe, yeah, he pulled his foot. So he'll be safe at second. Henry reaches on a fielder's choice. And Grantsburg in business here with 1 out. And Dane Lozier will bat. Followed by Ryder Anderson. Runners on first and second for Grantsburg, trying to add to their 5-0 lead. And that one hits Dane Lozier, and he really wanted to bat. He's upset, I think, just because he's not going to, well, probably because he got hit and that hurts, but I think he wanted to bat, drive a run in. Instead, he is the 3rd runner on here with 1 out. Bases jammed, and here comes Ryder Anderson. Ryder walked and struck out looking in the 2nd inning. This one he takes high for ball 1. This one's lifted. That's going to be in there. They had to kind of wait for the read. They're going to send Henry home. The throw in is missed, and that's going to allow Ryder to get to second base. Ryder moves up on the kind of the weird check as he threw it in, and Grantsburg does indeed add to their lead. In fact, 2 runs come across on an RBI single for Ryder Anderson with the bases loaded. Grantsburg now leads 7-0. The inning's not over. Here's Brock Bonneville taking ball 1, taking it up high. Brock is a really good bunter, but I don't think Pete's going to put the, here's a pop up. That's going to come close to us, Dad. It's the first time that's happened in my life that it's come to us. Thank God thank God I caught it, Dad, because otherwise people will just make fun of me for the rest of my life. Yeah. Curveball in the dirt. 2-1. I think I double hit that thing. Strike on the corner. Good pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runners on second and third. That one is up past the shortstop. Might score 2. Ryder will hold up at third. And Brock, Brock will stay at first. So runners at first and third. Brock is feeling something.
Next batter, number 21.
Another run comes across. It's 8-0 Grantsburg, and a 3-run inning for the Pirates, still just 1 away. Fernango up to 75 pitches. Bonneville looking over for the signs, none coming, and Levi Anderson will bat. Here's the pitch. Strike on the corner. So with Bonneville a little rough shape, see if they send him or not. The score is Grantsburg has the game at hand right now. Here's the pitch. Inside. Close. And he'll step off. That one's high. Two balls and a strike. Inside, 3-1. Oh, that's lifted down the left field line. That's deep. And it is caught out in left field. Runner tags and will come home. A sacrifice fly. Anderson really put a charge into that one. The wind is blowing in from left field. And it maybe held it up a little bit, but a nice catch regardless out there by Croy Connor. That'll be the 9th run of the game for Grantsburg. And that brings in the runner from third. So 2 outs. Lewis Anderson comes up, takes ball 1. Had a bit of a rough at bat his first time. I'm sure he's glad to get back up there and try again. 1 ball, no strikes. That one's popped foul, but it might be in play. Ronnie flips the mask off, and it lands right on top of him, and that will be out number 3 in the inning. But Grantsburg strikes for 4 more runs, and they're up 9-0 here at the end of the top of the 4th inning. Wow. That was also 81 pitches now through 4 innings for Fernango. All said, he's done a good job. Outside of that first inning, really struggled. Him and the Tigers as a collective ended up pitching a lot of pitches in that first inning, but has really settled in. I mean, that last inning, gave up 4 runs, but really his pitch count's not as crazy as you might think with 9 runs against. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. Webster batting, and it's the 2, 3, 4 batters, Fernando, Hatch, and Gadding. Well, Justice Gadding. Somebody said it was Gutting, but on both of these it looks like an A. So Justice Gadding. I think I said Gutting the whole first game, sorry. He's actually DHing for Adam Corper, who was playing second base in this second game. Caden Matheny, on the other hand, has only thrown 38 pitches, 1/2 inning fewer cracks at it, to be fair, but keeping things in check. 3 innings, 38 pitches. You like that? 12 to 13 pitches per inning. Smile, you're playing baseball, jeez. Smile, have fun.
Leading off for Webster, number 3, Ronald Hatch.
So it'll be Ronald Hatch. No, it's not. That is not Ronnie. Pants are way too clean. Fernando, like I said earlier. Mighty cut comes up empty. Strike one. That one is fisted down the line and it lands foul. Close. Close, close. But we get to get Brock Bonneville on the camera. It's always a treat. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Fernando. Caden out of the stretch, and he delivers, swung at something super high, and he bangs his bat on home plate in frustration. Really chased after that one.
Now batting number 3, Ronald Hatch.
Now Ronnie Hatch will bat. That's ripped and gloved. Norman Jensen to throw over. Wow, what a play by Norman Jensen. Hatch stung that one. And there's your instant replay, folks. It's just, I checked it before
my career
the
journey started at
okay,
Northwood Technical
now what?
College.
Now what are
I'm
we
a
doing?
business management graduate, and I'm
Jeez.
proud of my education here. I transferred to a 4-year college where I earned a
Yeah, thank you to Northwood Tech and all of our sponsors, but it wasn't supposed to go right there. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And this is Justice Gadding. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Slowed it down and it's looped into left field. Norman Jensen gave it his best effort, but it's in front and it's Adam Handy who comes in to make the retrieval. Yeah. Adam Handy in for Brock Matheny, the normal left fielder.
Now batting number
So
8,
Matheny starter getting a rest. Caleb Brombach, starter getting a rest. Caleb pitched, game number 1, hit 100 pitches exactly. And came out with 2 outs in the 6th inning. That one, good job by Henry. Got enough of it to keep it within reach and keep the runner at first base. A little bit high. Ball 2. 2-0. Caden delivers, swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. I see JLP is on. Hey, JLP, he says, good catch. Well, thanks, sir. That one's guided in a little high. This is Sears. He's 0 for 1, flew out to right field in the second inning. Swing and a miss. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first should be going with the pitch. Nope. It's ground ball. Third base, Norman up with it. The throw is going to be a 1. Oh, it just stays in the ground. No hop. It just stayed rolling. A little worm burner. Looks like my dad off the third tee.
Number 4, Troy Connor.
So the inning continues. Sears on first. And the runner should have been going on that pitch, but he wasn't, so he's only at second base. So runners on first and second, 2-away. And that's ball 1. That one is stroked into left center. Over his Handy. Cuts it off. There might be a play at the plate. And Norman dropped it. He might have had a chance. It's a good play by Handy out in left field. And the streak is over. Webster gets a run. Good job by Gadding to get from second to home on that play. And now there's runners on first and second, still 2 outs. That's reached out and grabbed and into left field. Handy up with this one. There's going to be a real chance here. Right to Henry. It's dropped, but Henry's able to pick it up. And the rundown, and Henry will get him. And what a play by Adam Handy. That's twice in a row. You don't see that very often where you get 2 chances at it. And the Pirates get out of the inning, give up 1 run. Adam Handy with the gun. And got him, even with a little bobble. So that's going to do it for the 4th inning. 1 run comes across, and it's 9-1. Grantsburg. Looks like we got a new pitcher in. And the new pitcher is Connor Hazley. So Fernando's night is over. 81 pitches in. And should the Pirates get 2 more runs and hold them in the bottom of the inning, they will have a doubleheader sweep. Pirates won game number 1 4-0. And now lead 9-1. So that was, what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 innings of scoreless baseball from Grantsburg. Webster gets one across in the bottom of the 4th inning. What was it? Adam Handy, Norman Jensen, and Caden Matheny will bat. 7, 8, 9 batters for Grantsburg. Just a beautiful day for a doubleheader. Girls, the softball teams also had a doubleheader where the Webster Siren Storm came here. And Grantsburg won both games. I think both of them were kind of mercy rule games. First game here was pretty close. It was 3-0. Grantsburg scored 3 runs in the third inning, added another one in the sixth, and got the 4-0 shutout. And they got 5 runs in the top of the first in this the second game, so off to a good start in this one. And then they added 4 more in the fourth inning. Feels like it's cooling off a bit, so that's nice. The wind has been pretty constant, blowing in from center, I'd say. Ball 1 from Hazley. Actually, it feels like it's more blowing straight in from left now. Here's the 1-0 to Handy, swing and a miss. Let's see. Adam reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first inning, grounded out to third in the third inning. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And of course, you make a great play in the field and you get to lead off. That happens like all the time. I don't know, it's like some statistical anomaly. Or maybe it's just, I remember that. People remember that. Ball 2, excuse me. So the count is even as Hazley out of the windup, and he will deliver. That's in the dirt, ball 3. So Handy has worked the count full here. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss at ball 4 potentially. And they're going to throw it down to first for good measure. And there's 1 away. Don't blame Adam for swinging at that one. That's probably started off as a strike. Got to keep the at bat alive, try to foul that thing off, and he gave it his best shot. But there's 1 away. Good pitch by Hazley there with the count full. Now Norman Jensen, who likes to sting things to right field. See what happens here. That pitch is almost bent back in there, but Norman takes ball 1. That one is low and away, ball 2. Norman does not have an official at bat. He walked and he was hit by a pitch. Here he takes strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. That one is going to be a tough play. Shortstop up with it for the first. Not in time. That's going to be an infield single for Norman Jensen. He beat that ball out. Was that a... It's a hit, okay. We love hearing from the dugout when something like that happens. Watch the lineman run, is that what he said? The lineman is now at first base. And the receiver is up, Caden Matheny. Bats, that one gets by Ronnie off the 2x12s. Took a good bounce, but Ronald sees that Norman got a good jump off of that and heads into second base on ball 1. Sometimes, like in the last few years, Zach Rombach's been the catcher. We've seen a couple of those carry him out where he's taken a shot at it. I don't think he ever threw anybody out. Nice block by Ronald. But those 2x12s, that kind of protect the bottom of the fence over there. You get some hard balls back to the catcher and kind of funnels to the catcher. So sometimes you get plays where you don't think there should be one. That one's in the dirt. Ronald again stopping the ball, keeping him at bay at second base. But it's 3-0 now to Caden Matheny. And Henry Quintana lurks on deck. Ball 4 to Caden. So runners on first and second, one away. And we're going to have a courtesy runner. I think I heard him yell for Caleb to come in for Caden, the pitcher. Indeed. Rombach in as a courtesy runner for Caden Matheny.
Now batting number 50, Henry Quintana.
Hazley's pitch, swinging a foul. Straight back, 0-1. So, runners on first and second. Like I said, Grantsburg needs 2 runs to get that 10-run lead, and then if they can hold Webster in the bottom half of the inning, it'd be a 10-run rule game. Here's the pitch. Looked like a pretty good pitch taken inside. Like I said a million times now, I can see up and down pretty good. That one looked like it was just a little over the belt high, so I'm assuming that was inside. And the pitch, that one's hit down the third base line. Foul, just outside of the base. Foul ball. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Henry Quintana. Here's the pitch from Hazley. That misses high. 2-2. Hazley checks the runner at second. He is not guarded. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, and it will sneak into left field. And Grantsburg will run station to station. Norman had a good jump on that one, but it was pretty shallow left field, so a solid single there for Henry Quintana. And the bases will be loaded for Dane Lozier, who is looking to absolutely sting this ball. He has a really nice swing. He's yet to have one of those blistering shots work for him. Everything's an atom ball, and there you go. Up the middle, it's misplayed. Shortstop has it under him, so I didn't move it far enough. Actually, a really nice play in the hole, but he just couldn't come up with it. So Dane blistered one, but again, it's knocked down. However, he does knock a run in, and it's 10-1. And there you go. Bases are still loaded. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Here's the pitch. That one is lifted down the left field line. Kind of had to wait for it, and that's going to be foul and not playable. This is Ryder Anderson. Potential winning run on third base, 1 out. That one scoots in, just missing, and I could see Ronald kind of tilt his head in disappointment there. That looked like it was a strike, but taken for ball 1. Ryder Anderson with the bases are loaded. Here's the pitch. Swings at some high cheese. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He wanted that one. And I think it's Brock Bonneville on deck. Am I right? Here's the pitch. Grounder, gloved. The throw home is too high. And that's going to score Rombach from third. That is a 10-run lead now. Probably the right play, just the execution was a little bit off. Too high for Ronnie to go snag. And the Pirates now lead 11-1. Pirates putting the ball in play, and good things are happening for them. And now Brock Bonneville will bat with the bases loaded. Still 1 out. Another big inning here for Grantsburg. 2 runs in. That's a strike on the corner. 2 runs are in. Bases are loaded. 1 away. That's in the dirt. Good stop by Ronald. Bonneville is 7th player to come to the plate for Grantsburg in the inning. Base hit would probably seal the deal for Grantsburg. Here's the pitch. That one is down the line. It is foul. Just foul for Bonneville. Wow, he stung it. That would have been extra bases. That might have cleared the base paths. But instead, it's just a foul ball. That couldn't have been fouled by much. One ball and 2 strikes. Too high and inside. Two and 2 now. Popped up. If it stays in play, who's got it? Ronald in foul territory. That's baseball, folks. He rips one down the line, just foul, and this one just a pop-up, and Ronald Hatch makes the play, and there's 2 outs.
Next batter is number 21, Levi Anderson.
So Levi Anderson will bat. He had a single, a triple, and a sacrifice fly. A nice night for Levi Anderson at the plate. That one is low and away. Ronald's doing a lot of work back there. That one hit him. So that'll be a run. So Levi will trot down to first base, get an RBI.
Now batting number 13, Lewis Anderson.
Henry Quintana comes across. Now Lewis Anderson will bat. Lewis walked, struck out, and popped up. That one doesn't curl back in. Is that what that says, Dad? Okay, yeah. Oh, right, that one kind of went right on top of Ronnie in that inning. That's low. Grantsburg with an insurance run now. 12-1 the score. Insurance for the 10-run rule. Inside. Low. So Webster scuffling here. Hazley having some trouble. The bases remain loaded and another run comes across on the walk. So a hit batter and now a walk.
Now batting number 24, Adam Handy.
And Adam Handy will come to the plate. Adam reaching a fielder's choice, grounded out to third and struck out to start the inning. So this is the 10th player to come to the plate. You never want to be the guy to make 2 outs in the inning. There are 2 outs. That one is high and away. Boy, Hazley really struggling now. 2-0. 13-1. Grantsburg's batted around plus, and they have the bases loaded. And that hits Adam on the backside. And it might be time for Hazley to be relieved. He's having such a hard time. Hit batter, walk, hit batter. And yeah, they're bringing out a new gun. Hazley will head to the bench. That's tough. 14-1. Grantsburg well out ahead now. Let's see if I can figure out. Yeah, this is Chase Miller. Chase Miller in the pitch for Webster. Whoops. Oh, see ya. Not sticking around for this one? Yeah, that stinks. He can finally come see a game and he's not even playing. Oh, well. You saw him pitch? Oh, okay. All right. So here comes Miller. And Norman Jensen will bat. Bases are loaded, and he starts off with ball one. I'm sure Caden Matheny will come in for the fifth. He only has 54 pitches. That's a ball. That one's kind of fisted. Be deep shortstop, and Fernango there to make the catch, and the inning is over. And the Pirates, though, strike gold. 5 more runs. So in the first they got 5, in the fourth they got 4, and in the fifth they get 5 more. 14-1, the Pirates have the lead here as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Webster needs to score 4 runs to keep the game going. Not an impossible task, but they will need to get a lot of things together here in the bottom of the 5th in order to make that happen. And in case you just joined us, Webster is the home team. This is the second game of the doubleheader. So the Pirates from Grantsburg were the home team at their home field first, and then Webster is the home team in game 2, as you would expect. I think we might do brats tonight. Perfect night for that. Oh, and I'm picking up Zach from school tomorrow. That'll be nice to have him home. Yep. The summer. Home for the summer, yep. College is different. I mean, there's graduation for high school on Friday here. Well, of course, we'll have that on We Are Grantsburg. Graduation always on We Are Grantsburg. Huh? What?
Leading off for the Tigers, number 17, Norman Ledke.
Yep. Hopefully it's a nice night out. Then all the pulled pork you can eat for the next couple of weekends. Norman Ludke bats, takes strike 1 from Matheny. That one misses high. I thought I heard Norman. Norman's in right field. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So let's see, some defensive changes. Norman going out to right field, just swapping spots with Brock Bonneville playing third. Looks like everything else is the same. Maybe they just made a deal in the dugout. Swing and a miss, and that's the first out here. This guy just always chatting it up.
Number 13, Chase Miller.
Who are we talking to? Swing and a miss. And another. This is Chase Miller, and he'll be followed by Kenny Schwenneman. And Caden just up there throwing pills. Strikeout number 2 of the inning. And there's 2 outs. Eight strikeouts for Caden Matheny. Eight strikeouts in 4 2/3 innings. That's really good. Popped up, and that's going to reach the seats. Strike 1. So 14 total opportunities. 8 of them have been strikeouts. 14 of the 14 outs recorded so far. And that one spiked. Ball 1. He's allowed 1 or 2 of those. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Grantsburg leads 14-1. And should they hold on and not give up too many runs here in the 5th, they will walk off winners. That one's too low. Grantsburg looking for the sweep. Trying to go to 8-0 and basically seal the deal for the conference. It's not going to be official for a little while, but swing and a miss. With the remaining schedule and stuff here, we can pop this up real quick. Grantsburg is 7-0 right now. Here, we'll do that after the game. We'll go over standings. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dad's enjoying listening to Norman chatter. Here's the 2-2. Big looping curveball gets him out in front, and that will do it. The Grantsburg Pirates do come up with a doubleheader sweep and take care of business here against the rival Webster Tigers. Final score after 5 innings, Grantsburg 14, Webster 1. Player of the game, Dad, who do we give it to there in that second game? There's a lot of options. Yeah, the pitcher's the easy one. Yeah. But Caden kind of shut him down. Anybody have a spectacular line in the book? Grantsburg scoring 14 runs, just really taking advantage of some miscues. Yeah, a lot of hit by pitch, walks. So yeah, Caden Matheny. Don't overthink it. It was really good. We didn't award a player of the game in the first one. Caleb pitched 6 shutout innings. Levi pitched 1 1/3. The pitching staff did a good job. Levi had some nice plays out in the field. Anybody? Huh? Yeah, Dane had a nice. Yeah, we don't have to give one for the first game because the GOAT chain goes to Caden Matheny. We'll have to get it to him. I didn't bring it. But Grantsburg here, I promised this. Here we go. Standings. This is not updated after the first game, so Grantsburg actually picked up 2 wins today. Go to 8-0, 9-3 overall. Webster drops to 4-5 in the conference. So you can see what I'm saying. Grantsburg has, let's see, who do they have left for conference players? Siren, Unity twice, and Luck Frederick once. So they have 4 games left against the conference, so they could finish theoretically 8-4. So that means Shell Lake and Clayton Turtle Lake and even Luck Frederick are still in the hunt mathematically. So Grantsburg is not crowned as of yet, but they are sure in the driver's seat in the conference, staying undefeated here today against the Webster Tigers. It was The first game was a good game. The second game kind of got away from Webster early. And the Pirates kind of kept the pedal to the metal there and won in 5. So that is going to do it on a beautiful Tuesday night here in Grantsburg as the pitchers in the last 2 games take a lap or 2. Let's see if we can, come on. Oh, I was hitting the wrong thing. There they go. All the pitchers, 1 manager, and Riker, and Henry. So again, Grantsburg winners of game number 1, 4-0, and game number 2, 14-1. They play at Siren on Thursday. Forecast doesn't look too good. Webster on Thursday as well. They host Clayton Turtle Lake. And then on Friday they go to Boyceville. Webster does. So that is going to about do it for us. We don't want to get off the mic. It's such a nice day out to be calling and watching some baseball, but I guess we got to go do stuff. So I've run out of words. That's going to do it, everybody. Thank you for joining us from Webster and from Grantsburg, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And thanks for watching and supporting the We Are Network. Have a great night, everybody.